Let's look at a scenario where you want to work better with a colleague. Could be somebody that works for you, some areas where there might be some collisions or some questions as to why this individual approaches something the way they do. It could be a variety of ways. Here's one of the tools that's proving to be very useful in terms of framing the dialogue, and there's a couple different applications. Right now we're using a Google Sheet for this, but this will be built into the new app. So you can pull up any individual and create a scenario of how do I work better with them. In this particular case, we have all 34 strengths, and the top 10 are very useful, and 6 through 10 provide some insight into this particular situation. So this is a senior level manager that is very deliberate about the decisions to the point that it's slowing the process up. And now, how do we help the manager coach their subordinate and understand where they're coming from? So the first thing we do is we build out the rings, and we see that this individual with the blue and the green with the servant leader is a very good, competent, lead by example individual, highly relational, but we can see that the two relating strengths, relator and responsibility, are very tribal. You're either in the circle or not. Now, one of the challenges can be that this person's boss may not be in that, quote, circle of trust. So there may be some challenges there in directing the individual. And we will see as we go down that each of these strengths has a shadow side. Now, in this particular case, the 6 through 10 strengths were very informative on some of the challenges in making quick decisions. We look at analytical and deliberative and intellection. And we can also see that the second ring with all of the thinking strengths, that's the green, we now see that this individual likes to spend a lot of time figuring it out. If we also work with the narrative on responsibility, high sense of ownership, wanting to get things right rather than to get things done quickly, we can begin to see some of the things that are hindering these faster decisions that need to be made. At the same time, too, we see some other strengths here that could help move it forward, like the achiever and the activator and the strategic. So there's a lot to work with in coaching. But the next step is to take a more granular look at the traits for each strength and build out a paragraph. This is called the Genius Portrait of what this person looks like at their best and the things that get in the way. We call that the kryptonite or the shadow. So the materials to do that are down here. We can see that what we will provide you is a build out in a Google Sheet of each strength, and you can see that there are 8 positive traits, 4 red or kryptonite shadow traits, and this allows you as the manager or the colleague to begin to craft a paragraph of what the other individual looks like at their best and the things that you feel are getting in the way of your working well together. And you can deepen that conversation if the other individual fills out their version of this, and you come together and you compare notes and you have a rich conversation. I have completed the exercise by going down to select one trait, copy and paste it up to the top here. So you can see I filled out relator, both the genius and the kryptonite traits, and gone all the way down. Now I have a way of capturing how this person looks like at their best and where we collide. I've used this tool with dozens of individuals. I thought creating a little bit of a overview and a training might help spur your thoughts on individuals that you would like to work better with. If you have any questions, please reach out. We'll build the sheets for you. We'll coach you through the process of helping understand so that you feel well prepared in having a productive conversation. These are never easy conversations, but this really helps prepare you for that. In the future, we will build this into the app where you will be able to choose anybody, and it'll automatically pull up areas that you have natural collisions. It will allow you to build these paragraphs. So feel free to reach out. We're finding as we're returning to the office, I've got more requests to help navigate through some of these relational challenges. I think this will become one of the key tools in our toolkit as we move forward.